What do you think?
No, that's awesome.
Like I said, you'd be the
We're
maestro
not
tonight.
worthy. We're not worthy.
We're slime. We suck.
Come, Mike. You
I
gotta get your
saw
little
it all.
wand.
I saw it all up here, and I just grabbed clips from different songs.
I'm glad the flute made it.
Loaded all. Oh, of course. I had to get a little bit. I got the tambourines. I got the flute. I got the bass, slapping the bass, and
Oh yeah,
Of course, the drums.
drums. Yeah.
little acoustic action in there.
I was so touched the other week when you mentioned that the tambourine part in the Aerosmith. You weren't expecting that, and it's like, oh shit, that's just something. I just was lying there. It's like, and you were like, wow,
Yeah,
that's so
no,
great.
I really wasn't. And for any of y'all that are curious, we're talking about Living on the Edge. It's on the YouTube channel and the TikTok channel further down because it's been there for a while. Go check it out. Super cool. And yeah, Pippa G here surprised the shit out of me by just like sends the video, and the opening to the song is the drum beat, the thump, with your foot pedal, and then with the tambourine. Was not expecting that, and then boom, there it is at the beginning of the video. It made it look awesome.
He was living on the edge.
Living
He gets
without
all
house
these
cleaning.
little subtle things that he sneaks in there that I just absolutely love.
I gotta
And they
admit, I
make the
steal
video
from you
so much
guys.
better.
You guys always
We all
put the
kind of have our
subtleties
little
in. Yeah.
nuances we add in. Like, I think each of us finds little things to sneak in there to try to surprise each other. I love that.
I do.
That's always been the goal.
Just makes for better quality.
Keeps
So-
the maestro on his toes.
For anyone, our new viewers, now that we're hopefully, if it worked right, streaming also on TikTok as well. Be sure to check, the reason we all got together is I used to be on X, Twitter. Had a whole account on there, was putting these little videos out myself. Thought they were pretty cool. So did these guys, because they wanted to get involved, and they did. Oh yeah, I don't even know.
Are you hearing this noise down here?
What noise?
The dog's chewing on a plastic bottle. I don't know if it was.
Oh, kind of. I mean, not like bad, no. But anyways, yeah, they wanted to get in on it. They got in on it, and we just kind of continued to grow and get to where we are now. Right? Quality kept getting better. Why did each of y'all join in?
My first one was a Depeche Mode one, Personal Jesus with Maestro and his other gang that were doing it on X. And then you and I, he asked me if I could do any Rush songs. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's like saying you love me on the first date. It's like, of course. And you guys let me do the... You guys let me do the part where I'm playing and then doing the do-do-do-do-do-do at the same time with a synth beside me. And I was just like pretending to be Rush, showing off I could do everything. And it was just a joke, and he finally put it in. It was like, that's fucking awesome, man.
My first song was 1999 by Prince.
Beauty.
I couldn't even tell you there's been so many.
Man, let's see. What was the...
I did a Live and Lovin' one, my first one with RJ and Maestro for the Saturday.
I think my first might have been the Time Warp with the crew on X.
Oh, the Time Warp.
Yeah,
how long ago was that?
One. Let's do the Time Warp again.
2 years ago.
about?
Yeah, something like that. I think I started all my online presence about them about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm not even the year mark yet.
Well,
We're
yeah,
about a
because
year
the
now.
evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, these two, Bronco and RJ, have been around for most of it.
They did all the
Almost
grunt
since-
work, the heavy
almost
lifting. I
since the
just cruised in.
Yeah, we're like
You
the
met-
Beatles. We needed a drummer, hence we got Ringo down there.
I heard a joke a while back about how someone said, "Is Ringo the best drummer in the world?" And Paul McCartney goes, "Ringo's not even the best drummer in the band."
Speaking of that, I challenge y'all tonight to find some fun facts about some bands or musicians. I chose the guitar god himself, Mr. Eddie Van Halen, and I found out some very interesting things that I did not know. For one, did you know that Eddie and Alex Van Halen grew up in Holland? They didn't move to the US until they were kids, and they couldn't speak English until they arrived in America at ages 10 and 12. And then they learned the language as they moved into their teens.
I had heard that. Because I was
Did you
there
know
when Van
that?
Halen 1 came out. Yeah. I saw their first tour, Eddie Money opening. April 18th, 1980.
Who's next?
No, they had no
Or shall I
spotlight
just
or no flash
continue
pods,
with the
no
rest?
fancy shit. Just an hour of rock that kicked ass.
All right. Well, so some people have heard that Eddie started his musical journey as playing which instrument?
I think it's piano or cello.
It was piano. I was going to say a lot of people knew that he, or think that he started it as a drummer, but he was primarily instrument was the piano.
Yeah.
And in fact,
That's correct.
He was actually very good at it. In the mid 60s, young Eddie won a bunch of regional piano competitions and performed works of Bach and Mozart. And he couldn't actually read music. He learned from visually copying his piano teacher's finger movements and reproducing what he heard by ear. So what kind of makes you wonder is, was that the origins, like playing the piano, is that where he kind of came up with his tapping on the chords? We lost Peppy G.
Yeah.
Typically, people don't realize this, but piano is actually playing a stringed instrument. Even though you're hitting keys, those keys
It's
are attached to a
chords,
string.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
pianos are actually a stringed instrument. People
Yeah.
that play piano, it's easier for them to cross over into playing guitar and bass. Okay.
Yeah. No, that
So,
makes sense.
and Eddie was the best at coming up with new riffs that nobody would have ever even thought of in distortion.
And it's funny because one of the other things is the tapping and the little whammy bar tricks and all that stuff. You know, when he first came out with all that kind of sound in the late 70s, like people didn't really know like what was going on. So he tried to he performed in his early concerts with his back to the audience during his guitar solos so that he could hide what he was doing. That way it maintained the mystery and magic of his guitar trickery. And they also kind of think that it's due to the fact that he had stage fright.
Yeah, Eddie was a pretty private person.
But that was pretty cool that like he turns his back to the crowd so y'all can't see what he's doing with his fingers, and you're just like, wow, he's like making that crazy sound with the guitar. And he's
I'm
doing
still
that
amazed
shit.
he's a penis.
Penis. Didn't really hear the T at the end of that. very
No, I
well.
didn't either.
Oh man.
Actually, does you guys know or anybody know he does the guitar and beat it?
I was
Yes.
just about to say that. And he didn't want any credit because he did it for Jackson as a personal favor,
Yeah.
accepting
Admiration,
absolutely
yeah.
no fee. Wonder what
Yeah,
a
Cheryl Crow
backdated,
was the background singer on that tour.
I heard about
That's
that
right.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if he got like a backdated royalty check for that song, like that would probably be crazy. I mean, he made all kinds of money, from his own success, but it makes you wonder how much more he would have made just from that.
It's super classy too that he didn't want to be the feature in it. He said, "No, Michael's the guy. I'm honored to play for the song."
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And he puts it in overdrive for that solo too. It's
Did you know he had to do he had to have a hip surgery from all the jumping around on the stage and jumping off the drums?
Yep. I believe it.
All
Okay, I'll
right.
give you guys a fun fact, Canadian sort of. Do you know the
I
song
was gonna do
every
my
time?
last one.
Oh,
I
go
only
ahead.
have
Sorry, I
one
didn't know
more.
we were all. Yeah.
Yeah, I only
Hit
got
it.
one more here. The album 5150. You know where that came from, right?
Yeah, it's actually because of his amp.
No, it's being
Yeah.
institutionalized, isn't it?
Kind of.
That's what that's it.
It's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Apparently, during the 80s, Eddie wanted to take Van Halen down a more synth driven musical route with the synthesizers, which obviously you heard he did. That's where the whole Sammy came in. But producers didn't like the idea, so he built his own studio. And everybody said he was crazy to take such a leap. So he named the album 5150 after the LA police code for an escaped mental patient.
Yeah.
Because everybody said he was crazy for wanting to do that
Yeah.
sound to begin with and for wanting to do it badly enough to build his own studio and do it. So, of course, it's got to be funny. So he drops 5150.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Hit us with that northern
All right, I'm just
trivia.
gonna do. I didn't write anything down. I was gonna spitball some weird stuff I know.
Oh,
Do you
you're
know
like
the song?
Jeopardy knowledge of stuff.
Yeah, Hootie and the Blowfish did that song. Every time I look at you, I go blind. Do you guys know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's written by a Vancouver band called 5440, who opened for Hootie and the Blowfish on a tour across Canada, and the band just loved that song so much, and they became Hootie's favorite band, and so they did it as a tribute for the Friends soundtrack, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I played ball hockey with them all.
I didn't realize it was for the Friends soundtrack, but
Mm.
I know that's where it first was released here. But yeah, these are all guys I played hockey with. They were a punk band we used to tour with in the 80s. It's 5440. And
Are they on
know the boys very
Spotify?
well. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's from the old someone tried to take over Canada, and then they called it 5440 or fight to get to the 54th parallel, which is Alaska. And then they lost and stayed down in Washington State. But that's where it comes from. It was a rallying cry.
what you got for
Better
us,
than my
RJ?
fun fact of Hootie.
Oh.
My fun fact is they called him Hootie because of the shape of the owl. His glasses were like owls. That's all I got.
I might have told you guys the Hootie story we had because they were on Sue's label, and we went to see them at a local bar. And I was in the lounge off the bar, and this guy comes in. He goes, "Fuck!" He goes, "That sound man's got the singer turned up so goddamn loud. It's just awful." And the sound man sitting beside us, it was my sister's boyfriend, and he goes, "No, man." He goes, "That's just the guy's voice. We haven't even put him in the monitors yet." And that's Darius Rucker. He had the most booming voice,
Damn.
crazy loud. Yeah.
You got
I'm
one
gonna hit
for us,
you with
Audrey?
I'm gonna hit you with a fun story from Queen.
Ooh.
I
So
probably know it.
two songs were written at the same time, and both due to the Tour de France. Freddie Mercury inspired to write, if I remember correctly, Fat Bottom
Bicycle
Girls.
Race. And Bicycle
Wait,
Race.
yeah, it was Bicycle Race. And at the same time, Brian May was inspired to write Fat Bottom Girls. They
Get
were
on your
both
bikes and
standing out on.
ride.
That's right. That's why why both of those songs have a reference to
Yeah.
the other in the song because
Yeah,
they were
there's
standing
fat
on a
bottom girls I'll be riding today.
yeah, because they were standing on a balcony in France watching the Tour de France ride by while they were on tour. And they were each inspired to write a song, and those were the songs that were written.
I can just picture Freddie standing on the side of on a balcony going, bicycle, bicycle, just goofing around, like just
Yeah.
being silly because he's like
Yeah.
watching them pass by.
Yeah. I
He's
want
like,
to
man, all we
ride
see
my.
is bicycle, 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 bicycle.
And then
Oh,
the straight
exactly.
guy.
Going crazy.
And then the straight
Like,
guy
that's
in the
how
band
I
goes, "Hey,
imagine
look,
it.
there's fat bottom girls over there." Freddie
And
goes,
then
"I hadn't noticed."
one of them goes, oh, fat bottom girls, they make the rockin' world go round. And then all of a sudden, boom.
Testify.
I wonder if that's how it all went down. Like, that'd be so cool. That's how
That's
I
my
mean-
favorite Queen song.
That's how I see it right here in my head. Which one? Bicycle?
Yeah.
I like Fat
It's a
Bottom
great
Girls.
song.
Queen's three biggest selling songs financially are written by the bass player who's not even in the band anymore. And that's You're My Best Friend. What's that? Do Under Pressure. And the other one that's kind of like that. Another one, Bites the Dust. Yeah.
Wow.
John Deacon wrote those three, and they are just the killers on radio. Yeah.
Imagine
gets
that.
all
Another
solo
one, Bites
royalty.
the Dust, was written by the drummer or the bass player.
Bassist, yeah.
Song's just a little heavy on the bass line in that one.
Well, apparently, Under Pressure they did. They got really drunk after they rehearsed it, and nobody had run the tape recorder, and they couldn't remember how the bass line went for the beginning. So Deacon had to just sit there by himself with nobody allowed to make noise while he remembered what area of the bass he was playing, but he couldn't remember what the rhythm was. And he had to
But they
figure it
got it
all
back.
out. And oh yeah.
I don't know if we shared it before, but I got another fun fact, but I think we shared it already. But the actual first music video was A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles.
I've
The
never
very
seen
first music video
Ever.
produced.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting. I feel like see, I watched that thing that Disney had popped out a few years ago. It was the Beatles. It was a 3-part thing, and it was when they wrote, I want to say, the Let It Be album and did their last rooftop performance, their last live performance, whatever. It was like they were supposed to write the album in a month. So, like, record everything, whatever, within a month. So they were planning a concert at the end, and basically they had a whole documentary crew there that had cameras and mics like everywhere, and were recording like the whole process from the time they get there till the time they leave. And it was like 3 2.5 to 3 hour long episodes, and
Yeah.
they just cut up all the biggest moments like within that, and then it was like you got to go through the whole thing with them. It was really cool. But I feel like I remember them talking about like the history, how the band started, all that stuff. They tell a lot of that kind of story too, and they show a lot of the
Hamburg.
footage from back in those days.
Stuart
Like-
Sutcliffe was the original drummer.
Yeah, they told the story about how they really got their start in Germany, like playing clubs in Germany.
In
before-
Hamburg.
and George was too young to play because he wasn't old enough to go into the club, so they had to have another guitarist fill in for him until George was of age to come play with him.
One of my bands was in a Battle of the Bands in 1980. And the drinking age here is 18, but we knew the manager of the bar, so he got us in the back door. We got to play, and then we had to get the fuck out of there. Sorry about the F-bomb. And yeah, we made it. We kept winning every week. We made it to the finals, and but yeah, we were underage. Had to just play it. Get the hell off. Get out of the place before they lost their license.
Well, apparently they had stricter rules back then, so
Yeah, this was a
at
campus
least
bar,
in-
so it was
at least in Germany.
yeah. Well, it's
But,
international
yeah.
law too there.
I thought that was kind of cool.
The only other thing I got is a earworm.
Uh oh.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Jesus Christ. Oh, I can do worse. I won't do it to Maestro because he's probably been haunted by it, judging by his kid's age.
Dumps, what, like Baby Shark?
That was where I was going.
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fun. You're so fun. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Yeah.
Fun fact, okay, about that. Tony Basil, she was
Yeah.
the singer of that song. She was one of the girls in the movie Easy Rider that they do acid with out in the desert when they have the acid trip scene.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
that's
trying to be
right.
mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I hope she's not watching, but she's like 100 years old.
Oh, yeah. Older than God.
Yeah.
So, not so fun fact about that song. When I was in middle school and high school, my mom used to love to put that song on and just dance around like an idiot to embarrass me, like if I had friends over and stuff.
What a cool mom.
Very embarrassing.
Speaking of songs that parents love to annoy us to, my dad loved to use the song Don't Worry, Be Happy to annoy me.
See, that one doesn't bother me. I like that song.
I didn't till he passed away.
What was it mom used to? Dad, it was Neil Diamond, or Nana Muscuri. She was a Greek opera singer. Neil Diamond, I just couldn't handle it growing up. Oh, shit, Dad's got the turntable.
You know, I don't know. Another pretty bad one is the "What Does the Fox Say?"
Yeah, I'm too old for those ones. I never heard of them till they were way after they were gone.
No, that's like, yeah. Oh, that one's bad.
That's like 2010,
wasn't-
isn't it? Something?
Something like that. Barbie Girl. That's another one. Oh,
Oh,
I love that one.
YMCA.
come
Hey
on,
man, I
Barbie, let's
danced
go
to
party.
YMCA in the discos.
I remember dancing to it at the skating rink as a kid, skating around, sliding through. You know, YMCA.
I think I might have had it on 45. Like that's how old I am. I had a lot of disco records on 45. For
I
those
had
of you
the
out there
Village
that are
People
young,
on
it's the little
8-track.
tiny records. Hey,
Those
okay, you're just
people
showing
on
your age
8-track.
there, or you're showing your dad's age, because you probably stole it from him.
my uncle gave it to me.
You must have
See,
had
I
an
had a
old
bunch
car if you could
of-
play an 8-track.
I actually had an 8-track player in my house.
Wow.
I had
You're Jurassic.
see, for me it was cassettes,
I had those.
and then CDs came about, and when I was in, I remember going. I know y'all remember this. All the music stores and like even Walmart, everywhere where they sold the cassettes, it was like the tape was about as big as this little thing here, and then the case that it came in was like 3 times as long.
Yo,
Big old piece
Yeah.
of plastic that you could just grab a handle and carry the tape because they didn't want something that you could just slide in your pocket.
You remember you'd buy the 90-minute cassette tapes because usually an album was just under 45 minutes, so you could get 2 albums on a cassette tape. Well, Van Halen, fun fact, Van Halen 2 was only 35 minutes. And I was so angry I had to fill up the other 10 minutes with stuff that wasn't going to be as good as Van Halen.
Yeah, because it would just keep going. It's not like a CD or MP3 or something like that where it just
Well, it was a record, right?
restarts.
We record the
Oh,
record on the
okay.
cassette. So it had 35 minutes, and then I had 10 minutes of blank tape at the end of the Van Halen recording.
That's what I'm
I did.
saying. Like in a CD or MP3 or something like that, the song ends, it just stops. But
Yeah.
on the tape, it just keeps going until the tape runs out.
Yeah, so I had to come up with 10 minutes of other stuff. So I kind of did, you know, a lot of the first album, Eruption and Running with the Devil.
I remember making mixtapes.
oh yeah,
And
recording off the radio.
yeah, and all those times, like the worst, absolute worst thing. I mean, I remember, and I know y'all do too. You're sitting there listening to the radio for hours and hours, trying to hear that one song that you want to record. You sprint across the room, tripping over shit, like busting your ass just to hit that record button.
And then, quiet,
And then you hit
Dad!
it.
Quiet! Turn the TV down! Bohemian Rhapsody's on. That was my
And then halfway through the song, the tape stops because that was the last song. Like
Oh,
you were
yeah.
out of space.
You thought you
That
had
shit
enough
sucked.
tape.
You thought you had enough left for like you know
Yeah.
you're running low. You know that you got a bunch of other stuff on there. You're however many songs in, you're gonna have to flip.
So you
it
gotta
over and get
restart it on
other
the
song.
backside. Yeah.
I got
But there, you can't
cassette
just go
tape.
back and rewind it and restart it because
It's the radio.
Yeah, exactly. It's
either
gonna be another
you-
6.5 hours till that song comes on.
Yeah.
or the next day or whatever, depending on how popular.
Whenever
the
you
song
happen to
is.
be near it. Yeah.
Yeah, that
In
was the
'76,
worst,
I got
man.
a cassette recorder for Christmas. Christmas '75. So when it was turning into New Year's Day '76, they would have the top 100 songs of the year on the radio. So I was like, all right, I'm going to record them. And it only came with a mic. You couldn't direct line or anything. So I'm telling my sister and brother, they had to be quiet, man. I want to get all the 100 songs on. And they made it about 40 seconds, and then the dog's barking, and they're fighting, and I'm going, fuck, come on, guys. And they're like, Mom telling Mom, you swore. It's on tape, too. And all this stuff.
Yeah, I at some point I remember getting a Christmas gift because I wanted a CD player, and I originally got that black Sony boombox with the handle, and it had the CD player on the top and the tape cassette player in the front.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got an upgrade because I wanted a nicer one for my room. And it had like a 3-disc tray that would come out for 3 CDs. It had the little tuner thing, and then on the bottom it had 2 cassette, things
Oh, you
that
could go
would
tape
come
to
out.
tape.
So that one was, and then the 2 speakers with the built-in subs, like whatever. It was like, yeah. I was so
What's that
stoked to
around?
have that thing.
95,
And then
96?
somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like totally digging that thing because, even when I had to record from the radio, I could also record certain songs from a CD or a tape that I borrowed from somebody. So
Yeah.
I'd be
I remember
borrowing
them days.
I'd be
Yeah, you
borrowing
had the
shit
two
left
It was a
tapes.
and
That
right.
game
meant
changer.
tape to tape was
Mhm.
excellent.
Oh, game
So
changer.
whether it was somebody's tape or somebody's CD, and I just wanted like 3 songs off that album, boom, I got it.
Yeah.
That's when mixtapes stepped their game up
You used to make them for
because they
girlfriends.
had to
Special
compete with
tapes for them.
LimeWire. Nah, man, I made mixtapes for myself.
No, but for
Yeah, me
girlfriend,
too.
hey man, here, I made it. Stu still has one I made for her. We don't have a
I
cassette
made
player, but she's
by
got
the
the
time
tape.
by the time I was making mixtapes, whatever playlists, whatever for girls, I was burning CDs.
I still don't know how.
I used to.
What do you go outside and hit your lighter, and that's how you burn your CDs?
Pretty much, yeah.
You hold a lighter to the CD.
I actually have a glass album here. Our first family plot record. When they do a master back then, they did it in glass, and then you'd
Oh.
listen to it. It was only meant to be played once or twice, and then if it was perfect, then that's what they did the master off of. And I actually have one in the house here somewhere.
That's
Huh.
cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And that's what they would make the wax melt to.
Yeah.
And then
Vinyl,
press.
yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense.
It's funny because you do mixing now, where you can set the volumes at the levels you want, and the computer will put them there in the places. When we did our album, you had to do it manually. So it's Metallica kind of has that in one of their documentaries, where they're all riding the mixing board at different points, trying to get Bob Rock's parts lined up and things like that. Because you just need like 5 hands or 8 hands to do it. There's so many dials being moved, and pre-computer, you had to do it manually for final mixes. So yeah.
Huh. Interesting. But let's see. Who's got another one?
I got a good fact here. I think I've told Maestro before, but there is one singer, Paul Carrick. He has had a top 5 hit in 4 different acts, 4 different recording acts. The first one, he was on a solo song where it was, "Don't shed a tear for me, my heart won't ache without you." I think "Without You" is the song. He sang the Mike and the Mechanics song, "Taken In." I don't know if you remember that song. Or "All I Need Is a Miracle." That's another Mike and the
I don't
Mechanics
know.
song. Miracle. And he sang for Squeeze the song "Tempted." Tempted by the fruit of another.
Oh yeah.
And he also sang the song "How Long Has This Been Going On" by Ace, I think, in 1975. How long has this been going on? Mid-70s, but 4 different, top 5 songs.
Damn.
And he's not famous. He's not famous.
He is now.
Well, yeah, because there are millions of viewers here. It's like hey, we get some sponsors. I noticed you guys had age 72 or something on your listening age. You sent me the other day. So I think
My
Yeah.
listening
we
age
should get,
was 29.
Really?
you don't need this, but for me, maybe we should get Blue Chew to sponsor us or something, so we can get erections. Us old guys.
Hey,
I'm speaking for myself anyway.
just because
We just lost the family
my
rating.
just because my musical taste is in the I'm 70 late 60s is what it said, the late 60s.
Yeah.
So just because my musical taste fits around that range, which it does not mean that I'm old. I'm only 39.
I'm like fine wine. I'm aged to perfection.
I'm not quite 40 yet. I will be in
I
February.
got a fun fact for you guys.
What?
There's there's a chance my son could be watching this. There's a
Oh.
chance my daughter could be watching this. And there's a chance my sister may be watching this. And even the wife. I just realized that.
And I just told the world
Wait
I
a
need help
second.
getting erections.
Fun fact here: there's no chance that any of them are watching this on my side of this.
I just realized that.
Hi, kids. Do
Yeah.
Hi,
violence?
kids.
Want to see me stitch
What's
my
up,
nails through
everybody?
each one of my eyelids?
Turn old. Turn old. Get old like me. Have fun.
Isn't there a Blue Chew code they need?
Yeah.
Like get
Code-
hard?
Code Pippi Jihad.
Pippi G hard.
Pippi Jihad.
I had a funnier one. I had a way funnier one that I was like, I don't know if I could do this on
PPG
TikTok. I was going to do a little commercial for a sponsor, and I was like, no, I'll do this one. Got to talk it to you guys first.
Maybe
Especially
Blue
the
Chew will
kids are
request to
watching.
follow us after this.
That would be cute. They don't send to Canada. They're not going to help me.
I'm not interested. I have no issue in that department.
Well, I hope
Yeah,
not
I'm
either.
good on all that.
I knew you were gonna chime in.
RJ
with
just
that.
RJ just needs to put on a little Circus in Flames.
That's right. That's right. That was a conversation of interest the other day.
That was interesting. I
No
told Doug about
flames.
that. I sent him a message. Yeah,
That's
He was quite
awesome.
flattered.
It's good stuff.
He'd never been told that before. So that was awesome.
Well, there's a first for everything.
Yeah. Well, we
Listen,
can
I
talk
don't
about it
need to
after
hear
the show.
y'all's pillow talk. We don't need to hear y'all's pillow talk.
Hey, you're the one that sent us a picture of you waking up one morning. You're just lying in bed wearing nothing but a smile. Like, Jesus.
Well, you say that like I sent you a full body nude. Where
No, it was just
really, it was
yeah,
really just
you just
like
woke up.
this.
Yeah, it's actually a really good picture. You look really nice. I'm just chucking shit
I
for the
don't
viewers,
remember.
the millions of viewers we
remember
have.
the picture.
So I have two admirers now. Does that make like a fan club now?
That's right.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know
you're
if it's a
Donnie's
full
got
on fan
groupies.
club, but it's groupies.
you're way ahead of me.
Yeah, I was gonna say my wife could be like the furthest thing from a groupie. Like she loves me, and I have no problem. Like we have great, relationship as far as the maritals go. But as far as this stuff and my interests in live and the music videos and stuff, she just couldn't care less. She just wants to watch her murder shows and do her little crafts, and then when I come to bed, she's happy.
You sleep with one eye open.
No.
I don't want to have
I
your
don't have to worry
byline next
about all
week.
that.
Maestro, as seen on Dateline.
No, I make jokes all the time with her saying she's like, researching, trying to find the perfect way, whatever. But I know that I don't have to worry about that because I do too much for her. She's too much like the child and the children, whatever. Like, I make her food every night, rub her head to sleep every night. I'm the only income.
Can't put a
in
price
our
on that
house.
stuff, yeah.
I'm the only income in our house, so she'd have to get a job and not just take care of the kids. And yeah, like I'm safe. I'm safe. I do all the shit she doesn't want to do.
I think those are the least of things you do for her, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh
you're safe.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying
We
that's
should
like
we should put our wives on here one night and find out the real truth. Just
I
leave the four of them alone for
guarantee
10 minutes.
guarantee you that if I brought my wife in here right now, she'd be like, "Yeah, he's right about all that." She'd be like, "That's all accurate." She'd be like, "That's all accurate. Is this what you dragged me in here for? I'm going back to my
Yeah.
show." And then go back out there.
Yeah.
I don't like
When I
I don't
first-
like the way that old guy looks at me.
My girl's sitting over in the other room watching Saturday Night Live as we speak.
Old episodes.
Shit.
No, the current one.
It's pretty
Well, it
sad
has
if
to
we're
be a
behind Saturday Night
repeat.
Live.
It's still. It doesn't come on for another hour, right?
Oh, so it must be last week's.
I haven't seen any of the new season.
I
It-
catch a
I
clip
haven't
here and
seen
there.
I haven't really seen anything of any new seasons. I've always got so much going on.
Yeah,
Here's
it,
here's a
I'm removed from it.
I got another fun fact, and it's actually Saturday Night Live related. On one of the very first episodes, they John Belushi announced before the show that if the Beatles would reunite, Saturday Night Live would pay them $2,000 if they'd reunite on the show. And that week, Paul Simon was hosting, and the show opened with Paul Simon talking to Lorne Michaels, and George Harrison walks in. He goes, "So we're doing the show, right?" And Michaels goes, "Well, no, no one else replied." And George Harrison's like, "Well, but I got $2,000, right? I came." And Lorne Michaels and Paul Simon were like, "No, it was $2,000 for all of you if you come." And George Harrison's like, "Oh, like this is just wrong, man. Like this is false advertising." And Lorne Michaels goes, "You can do the intro. I'll give you $500." And he looks at the camera and goes, "Live from New York, it's Saturday Night Live." And George Harrison was
That's
fucking
great.
hilarious, man. Yeah.
Oh man, Saturday Night Live isn't what it used to be, but think about it though. It's been running for how many years now? Since the 70s.
Yeah.
50.
You try to
51.
write 90
50.
minutes of funny every week, you know? Sometimes they only get 3 minutes are good, and that's better than any of us are gonna do combined, you know.
Listen,
Even on
they
their worst
still
shows are
have
really good.
they still have some really good bits. Like they do.
Give me some of that elevated broccoli, and I'll entertain you for 2.5 hours without even trying.
See, I really liked the alien abduction ones with Kate McKinnon.
I haven't watched it for a long time.
Yeah, I haven't watched since like the 90s.
Oh
Yeah,
no, they've had some pretty good people. Kate McKinnon
Yeah.
is hilarious. And
Kristen
Wiig
they've
was
had
good.
some other really good ones. Huh?
They have
Kristen
a cast
Wiig.
member now from Northfield, Minnesota, and that's literally about 25 miles from where I am right now. And that's a cool fact. I've caught a couple of her clips, and she's pretty funny actually.
Who is it?
I don't remember her name. I just know that she's on the show.
Was it Kenan
Like,
Thompson?
could be for all I know. Like,
Was it Kenan Thompson?
oh no, that dude's the longest running dude on the
I
show
know.
right now.
That's man, still he's made a career out of it. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Like,
he hasn't
messed up. He hasn't been shadow banned.
had some
sounds like a
funny
good guy.
moments. Yeah, I can't remember her name. Like names, like I barely remember people's names till like I've hung out with them for years sometimes. So some random actress from my the state I live in now. I just know that there is one.
Comedian.
Yeah. For me, Minnesota, it's Maria Bamford, man. She's the goddess of Minnesota.
She's pretty funny.
The coolest thing out of
Speaks my
Minnesota
language.
was Prince.
Yeah. Replacements were good.
Yes, I mean,
Wasn't who did the song "Runaway Train"? That band.
that was
Soul
Soul
Asylum?
Asylum.
Soul Asylum. They were from Minnesota, weren't they?
Yep.
Did you say Soul
Also,
Train?
yes. There was a lot of great
Asylum.
bands out of Minnesota.
Soul
I mean,
No, yeah, you did say Soul Train, didn't you?
Me?
No,
Probably. Oh,
Bronco.
No, I said Asylum.
I swear it sounded like you said.
I mean,
Soul
you got to
Train.
remember Robert Zimmerman, aka Bob Dylan, is from here.
that's right.
Oh yeah. Well, down here in the FLA, we got Tom Petty and all the Van Zant brothers.
Well, my
pretty solid
hometown
lineup.
of Waukesha, Wisconsin, was the hometown of Les Paul and the Bodines.
I remember the
yeah?
Bodines.
Yeah, they did the intro song for Friends.
No, that was
45.
The Rembrandts.
that was the Rembrandts.
Oh, that
yeah.
was the
Bodines
Rembrandts,
were-
yeah.
Yeah. Bodines did stuff with
45.
Robert Robertson somewhere down the crazy river.
You would know that.
Yeah.
We also had the wrestler Austin Aries. I have
Yeah.
Vern
a few
Gagne.
buddies that went to school with Austin Aries.
I grew up in Winnipeg watching Minnesota wrestling all the time. There was Vern Gagne, Nick Bockwinkel, Dusty Rhodes.
Oh yeah,
The old
AWA.
Yeah.
That was big out of the Civic Center in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yeah.
I actually worked on the site of the old Civic Center after it was torn down, and they built the XL Energy Center, which is now something else. It's like the Grand Casino Center or some nonsense. Forever be the XL Energy Center to me.
The Blue Chew egg rink.
Yeah, they built it for the Wild. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Wild, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah. I still remember the North
Can I
Stars.
make a sign next week for Blue Chew?
Well, they're gonna hear about us this week for sure. To go, some guy keeps talking about you. Some weirdo.
right.
Maestro's like, oh shit, we're banned on Twitter.
I didn't honestly like. I wasn't even sure what y'all were talking about until Pippi G said something about an erection, like Blue Chew. I thought you said Bluetooth originally,
Oh no.
and then I'm like, Blue Chew. What is that? Like gum or some kind of vitamin thing? Like I was thinking because you were talking about us being old age, whatever,
Yeah.
musician, whatever. So I was thinking it was like a vitamin, like a chewable vitamin, like a once daily thing, and then you said erection.
Well, if you want to,
okay.
I mean, I'm
One of
sure there's
those.
probably some vitamins in there. Helps get the
I
blood
was gonna be
flow.
like, what's wrong with like Centrum or something like Centrum Plus, you know?
Jesus Christ.
Geritol.
I mean, you're
you
down
know?
in Florida. They put pom poms on their golf carts to let y'all know what they're into.
Upside
You should
down
know about
pineapple-
Blue Chew, yo.
Upside down pineapples are the swinger code.
Yeah,
That's pampas grass here. If someone's got pampas grass outside their door.
If you see an upside down pineapple, that means they're swingers.
Oh my.
well, that's who I'm staying away from.
Just right
Not
side
here
up
to yuck
pineapples
anyone's
are all
yum.
good.
That's just not my thing.
Yeah,
So if you want to have a, yeah, we'll steer this conversation before we get.
I'm quite content being monogamous.
Yeah.
Yes, very happy with my one woman.
When I first started doing this, I used to have to angle my phone just right to do the videos. So she ordered me a podcast, or a tripod, so I wouldn't have that problem anymore. She actually supports it. She
That's
keeps
what's
like,
up.
one day you guys will be famous. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
I left my stand out in the garage. I can't in the Southern HQ. The Wi-Fi doesn't work very well in the garage, so I'm down in our bedroom area. Or otherwise, I'd be out in the garage. So I didn't grab my tripod when I came in from my earlier Snapchat videos that you may or may not have seen.
I'm not
He's
on
talking
Snap.
about for the music videos and stuff like normal, not just tonight.
Yeah, I got a tripod too. It's got a boom stand on it, which I can put my phone into.
I got one of those adjustable like holder
clamp
things.
I've got a whole
Yeah, it's-
crazy studio setup. I got an angel investment into my studio, and I don't even really use it right now because of all my injuries that I'm going through. Like, I just popped my right shoulder when I was shoveling
Jesus.
yesterday. So,
Yeah.
plus I
there's
got
a million. There's
Yeah.
$1 million man, and you're like the 10-cent man.
exactly. I'm
You
like,
fall
I'm
apart,
Mr.
but
Glass.
you're- Yeah, there you go, Mr. Glass.
The 6 million peso man.
That's right. I got a
The
freaking.
million peso nurse.
I got to go in for a hernia surgery coming up. Like, yeah, you know what though? It's all good because once I get through that, it's like it's in the rear view. Like,
Yeah.
not a big deal. It'll be solved, and then I can move on to the next thing. That's how I look at it. There's no reason to live in the past. There's nothing there.
Yeah, eventually the R is not going to stand for roadie. It's going to stand for robot. Because you're going to be like,
That's right. Uh, I'm already off the road till till January at earliest.
recovery.
Yeah, recovering. My boys had a blowout today. Coming into they're on the road with Hairball right now. They had a show last night and a show tonight coming into Bismarck. They blew a back tire, and luckily they didn't flip the vehicle. They did jackknife the trailer a few times.
Oh.
Jesus.
Hey, let's
Luckily
give the
nobody
band a
was hurt.
shout out too. Tell them the band's name. Tell the viewers.
Strange Days, DAZE. They just released the album 25 earlier this year. Yeah,
Check them out. Check them out.
super lucky that nobody was hurt and no equipment was damaged in the trailer, because that could have been a lot worse than what actually
Yeah.
wound up happening. If I was in better shape, I would have actually been on the road with them tonight.
Yeah, you can sit out an accident. You've had a couple.
Yeah. An
Yeah.
accident's what put me on the shelf, taking out
Yeah.
that deer coming back from Green Bay.
Damn deer.
It's inevitable, though. I mean, at 48 years old, and all the time that I've been on the road, that this is the first deer I've ever hit and killed. That's a pretty impressive streak in my mind. So,
All the other ones you hit and didn't kill. You just
no, I
named them.
didn't. I've hit a trash panda.
Was it a good sized deer, like a buck?
It was a good sized deer. It was a doe. And yeah, I mean, it was as tall as the hood of the Suburban.
Yeah, they'll fuck up your truck.
Oh yeah, I
So-
totaled the vehicle.
Jesus. So, all right. So, I don't know what the wildlife is. Y'all are all in northern states or provinces. Y'all have skunks up there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, we don't really have a lot of them down here, but I lived in Texas for a while. And when I lived in Texas, they were all over, because I would take these, like where I worked was like out in the middle of nowhere, because, you know, that county had cheaper taxes. Even though I was in Houston, my work location was outside of Houston. So I would take these back roads, these country roads, to get to where I, worked. And you would be driving down the road with the windows down and the air off, because if you had your air running when you drove past a dead skunk on the road, it would just come into your cabin filter and smell like fucking skunk for like 2 days.
It's
like
an oil.
hangs in your nostrils. Like,
Skunk
I would
spray
always
is an oil. You have to dab it. So if you wipe it, if you get it in your nose and you wipe it, it's staying there.
Oh no. I'm saying like,
No,
I'm
just the
just
smell
driving.
itself is an oil. Yeah.
Yeah, I can like smell it up in the back of my nostrils. It just like hangs in there like,
For
ugh,
days. Yeah.
awful. Hangs in the car. Like if I knew like that stretch of road, like I almost always would intentionally like turn my air off and put the windows down just for that, because that's where they always were.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We live right by a city park, like across the street from it. So there's skunks, raccoons, coyotes, hawks,
Oh
eagles,
yeah,
owls. Everything's
I
there.
see dead. I see dead raccoons on the side of the road all the time down here.
Yeah.
The really, the most dangerous one is the armadillos. I don't
I've
know
heard
if
Oh,
that.
any of
they're
y'all have
bad.
those. Y'all have those?
I
We
had a
don't.
stuffed I had a stuffed one used to be inside my drum kit. His name was Merv.
So we got them down here all over. So you don't ever really see them very often. You see them squished on the side of the road all the time. But there was one instance when I was in high school. We had this little Shih Tzu dog, and I went to take him out to use the bathroom, and there just so happened to be an armadillo in the middle of the backyard. So he takes off barking after this thing. It takes off towards the bush. It realizes that it's not faster than the dog is. So it just turns around and hisses at the dog. And the dog was like backing, running between my legs into the house before that thing continued getting down to the bushes. Like it scared
Smart
the
dog.
shit out of that little dog. But I worked with a guy that he was going about 80 down the interstate and hit an armadillo, and he had like a sports car that was like lower or whatever. So he said his car rolled, like, and half his body had to be like reconstructed basically. Like he was, he could walk around and stuff. He was walking, but it was like he had, you know, pain and whatever and
Yeah.
scars. It was crazy because of stupid armadillo, man.
Well, they're like 5 feet long, aren't they?
No, they're about the
It's
size
You
of
they're
a
know?
hard to
raccoon.
hear yours.
Because I know
Yeah,
maybe I had
they're
an anteater in my drum kit, but I
yeah,
thought it
that's
was,
what you're
we used
thinking
to.
of.
Yeah.
They're about the size of a possum. They're just
Okay.
like a possum with armor. That's about it.
Okay.
And it's like hitting a rock. Like it's imagine taking a rock the size of a loaf of bread and just putting it in the middle of the interstate.
Yeah. It's gonna disrupt shit.
De-
Things.
Depending on the size of your car, you might break it, crumble the rock, or you might like a roller skate on a marble.
Yeah. I've been
The
in.
sports
You,
cars, no chance.
I've been in some accidents with bands where uh, we swerve to avoid animals, and then finally we just lay down the law, say you hit the animal. Like we don't need to die to save some, raccoon or a family of coyotes or foxes running across the highway. It's like keep driving. And after I left that band,
The
my
exception being the
replacement joined
deer.
them. Yeah, yeah. And when I left the band, the guy who was part of that conversation was driving, and he hit a moose. Totally wrote off every big of the van except the people. Like all the gear was ruined. The van was totaled.
Jeez. Anybody got any closing fun facts?
I
not a
don't know
fun
if a lot
fact,
of
but
people.
go ahead.
I don't know if a lot of people know this. Dark Side of the Moon was actually produced by Alan Parsons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I knew that because I saw a documentary about that album. Just like the Great Gig in the Sky, whatever. Did you know about the woman who
Oh
did
yeah,
the vocals for that? She
Yeah.
if it
was
wasn't
just
for Alan,
she was just like a voice for hire. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
she did the backup stuff, whatever. Had no clue what she did the vocals for. Thought she was auditioning, and that's what they actually took. And then
it
She
she
was
was on
started
the
such a
turning
Culture
cool
it
Club
on.
song.
concept.
On the
Radio.
Culture Club song, Church of the Poisoned Mind. She's the woman doing the
Oh, that's
background
cool.
vocals there too. I think
Hmm.
Helen Terry might be her name.
It's
I
just
believe so.
crazy to be part of such an epic album that's, so famous, stood the test of time, and you didn't even know what you were recording or what it was for. Or
Yeah.
really didn't even
I'm
know
not-
who they were when you did it. It was just a paycheck.
There's an old 10cc song. I think it's called "I'm Not in Love." They the woman sings in the middle of that, saying something like "Be quiet, big boys don't cry."
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
that was the secretary of the studio. They just said, "Hey, can you go in and just do this for us?" She had no
Huh.
idea what it was. Yeah.
I remember that.
That's funny.
Interesting
I love
fact
that.
about you remember the song
Mm.
"Wishing Well"?
Mhm.
Terrence Trent
Terrence Trent
D'Arby.
D'Arby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrence actually left music altogether, moved to France, and transitioned to a female. Changed their name to Sierra.
He was also replaced Michael Hutchence singing for INXS for one tour right after Hutchence died.
That I didn't know.
Fun facts. Fun facts. All for
What about your little shout out thing, Pipey G?
PPG, okay. It's a shout out to everyone because I know I've been through my mental blues over the years, and this time of year it's dark all day. It's Christmas pressure, crap like that, family obligations, and sometimes you just get a little much.
overwhelmed.
Use a crisis line if you're feeling any spiral that's not in the direction you want to go. Pick up the phone, use a crisis line, put it right in the beginning of your contacts. They always pick up the phone, and they'll annoy you with cliches for 15 minutes, and finally you realize you're boiling mad. You want to go down there and hunt them down and smack them, but you're alive and you're not thinking about doing something stupid. You've got to, oh yeah, the blood's pumping again. Yeah, I've been distracted. The chain of spiraling's broken. They do a great job, and they always answer the phone. And I'm just being facetious when I say you want to smack them. But you will be alive, They have their way of doing things, and it's very effective. And there's no shame in using them.
Listen, no matter which way you do it, whether it's
Yeah.
talking to somebody or calling a line, just talk to somebody.
Yeah, there's no shame ever.
Somebody will listen.
Yeah.
I want to
Even
throw a
featured
big rest in
panelists.
peace out to. I don't know if you knew the account on X called Jeep Life. Her name was Michelle. She passed away on Thanksgiving in a car accident. She was a friend of mine from when I went viral on my Accountability Nation page. Sad loss to the fitness community.
Sorry
Rest in
there.
peace, Michelle.
Rest in peace, Michelle.
Indeed.
Love to her families and friends.
And love to everyone watching. Anyone, if you're watching. We'll see you next Saturday.
All 3 million of you.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.